Beats Planet.
And we back. Voch Lombardi representing Voch Fellow Records. We back with another edition of the draft situation. I don't want to call it the draft show because if you type in draft show, you're gonna find a whole gang of other shows that says draft show. I ain't got no name for this yet, but we'll cross that road when we get there. I have my co-analyst here. I got Said E Fresh in the building. What up, man?
Man, what's good, dog?
So you've been waiting on this show for a long time, though, right?
Yeah, man, it's been a while, man. You know, we done got the Senior Bowl out the way now. This is the most wonderful time of the year, the old city said, man.
Is it fair to say that you're more of a draft fan than an actual football fan? Is that fair?
I love football. Well, I love Vikings football first, and then I love the whole off-season process as a whole. But yeah, I think I probably.
So is Vikings football player acquisition, then it's regular football.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay, cool, pretty much. All right, so this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a top 15 mock draft. 16, pardon me, the top half of the mock draft. And we're going to discuss a particular player that I think is going to fall in the draft or I think is going to bust in the draft. And we'll cross that road when we get there. We're going to talk about the top 4 quarterbacks, and we're going to give a little Super Bowl prediction. Let's go ahead and get that out the way right now so we can finish up with the draft talk. Super Bowl, Denver Broncos, the Sheriff versus Cam Newton.
I think they're gonna have pretty good day against Cam. But at the end of the day, I've doubted this Panthers offensive line all season long. Eventually, I just had to get it because apparently they just got enough to function.
They get the job done. They not good.
So
they just get the job
exactly.
done. Who would have thought?
So I just said forget it.
Who would have thought
I'm
Ted
going
Ginn?
with Carolina Panthers.
Whoever thought Ted Ginn would have been a Super Bowl wide receiver?
Philly Brown.
Philly Brown, Ted Ginn, and Devin Funchess are Super Bowl
and
receivers.
Jericho Cotchery.
Oh my God! I have the Panthers as well because I feel like if you're the Broncos, you typically win when your running game has about 30 carries. That's about fair to say 30
and
carries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You ain't getting that off against this Carolina defense. So they're gonna have to make
Jughead.
So they're gonna have to make Jughead throw the ball. And
Jughead.
And you kind of don't want to be in that situation there. You kind of don't want to be in a sandlot game of football with Cam Newton in there. Now, the Broncos defense is great.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit they did to Tom Brady ain't gonna happen this week.
No, no, sir.
Cause look, that Patriots offensive line is garbage, hot garbage. Okay, so of course Von Miller, who was the guy? Von Miller was like he was picking on the guy like that. He probably went home and killed himself. The right tackle, left tackle. For New England, 5 sacks. Von got did he get 5 by himself or something like that? Was like
say it again.
How many sacks did Von Miller get that week?
I think it was like 3 or 4.5.
That's ridiculous. That ain't gonna.
And now we're not even counting the actual pressures he got on.
So. The precious hits, knockdowns, all that. We ain't count all that. I just don't think that's gonna happen to Cam.
No.
So I mean, what they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to find a way to deal with Greg Olsen and deal with the dual threat run game and somehow single cover Ted Ginn and not get beat deep. That's the secret. That's the secret, man.
We keep saying that, but for some reason nobody figures that out. How do you get Greg Olsen open underneath all game long? Like, this should be your number one priority.
It's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do. It's so perfect how it's set up. And said, this is the bad part. I looked at a stat. You ready for this stat?
What's that?
Peyton Manning is most efficient when he's throwing to the right and the middle.
And he has to go against Josh
Norman and Luke Kuechly. It ain't looking good for Jughead, dog. It ain't looking good for Jughead, dog. But as far as the Panthers offense go, I have no idea what you do to stop it, because you can't double Ted Ginn because he's not that good. He's not that good for you to double him. And if you somehow double him, you not gonna double Philly Brown on the other side. They're both the same receiver. They're both burners. And you not gonna double cover both of them. If you do, Greg gonna eat you up down under. It's just so strange. Even if you use your linebacker, watch this. Even if you use your linebacker to somehow watch Greg Olsen, who's gonna spy Cam? It's terrifying.
Exactly.
It's terrifying, bro. It's so terrible. It's just scary, man. But what it is that, in my opinion, I think is that there's no superstar to focus on that team, and you just kind of got to even your defense out, and that's Like if you playing against the Cowboys, right? What I would do playing against the Cowboys, I would put my best corner on Terrence Williams. I would double team Dez Bryant. That'll kind of cancel them out. I play the run, right? You can't do that because there's no one person to focus on. Because if your one person to focus on is Cam Newton, if you got two people on Cam Newton, that's free safety and middle linebacker. Who gonna cover everybody else?
Nobody.
That's why I got the Carolina Panthers winning. That's why. But what about the Broncos defense? Yeah, that's cool, but they still got to score points. And shit, I'm not gonna rant about this because this is the draft show, and I just wanted to get this Super Bowl talk out the way. But I got the Panthers, man. Do you have a score set?
I got 28-21.
That's fair. That's fair. I had 21-10. I had a very. I don't think Carolina's gonna explode like they usually do, but I do think that their offense is gonna be a little bit more productive, and Denver's offense is gonna run into a pickle. So, anyway,
I understand.
Anyway, moving on to the draft talk, the main event. Let's talk about these top four quarterbacks. That being, matter of fact, let's go ahead and rank them. Out of the top four, and I think we should have the consensus of who the top four guys is. Who is your fourth guy? Like, who's the worst out of this bunch?
The worst?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say he's the worst, but, let me go. It's Christian Hackenberg, but for the simple fact of how he was used in Penn State during the 2 years.
Time out. You have Christian Hackenberg is in the top four for you?
Top four?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What round you got Hackenberg going in?
He can go anywhere from the end of the first to early second.
See, Hackenberg is my fifth guy. I had Connor Cook at 4. Then
he's my fifth guy.
Okay. Okay. So we just kind of changed him out there. All right, then cool. So the rest of the board is, Goff, Wentz, and Lynch, right?
Correct.
Okay. Who's your best guy out of that group?
Who's the best?
Yeah.
Jared Goff.
Okay. Cool. Because what I've been seeing, the rumblings I've been seeing throughout the league is that it's kind of like one of those what year was that? The like the Bridgewater, Manziel, Derek Carr group. Like the who's the top guy, like nobody has a consensus 1 through 4. And I'm like, I think it's pretty clear. Like I think Jared Goff is the clear-cut number 1 guy. I think Carson Wentz has worked himself into number 2, then Lynch, then Cook, in my opinion.
Okay. I can understand that.
Yeah. And the reason why, pardon me, I'm eating my lunch, my dinner here. The reason why Carson Wentz passed Paxton Lynch is because what made Paxton Lynch good was that he had a cannon, he can make all the throws, he got good size, and he was mobile. And Carson Wentz is all that plus more mobility. See, like Paxton Lynch is mobile, Carson Wentz is fast. It's a difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but this is my thing.
Go ahead.
We seen Carson Wentz at the Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we seen how bad that offensive line was. Now, if all signs are correct, he's going to be a Brown, and he's going to see that on a consistent basis, man, because he is not going to be able to throw the ball. He's going to be pressured all the time. Yep. He's going to be a Brown.
It's safe to say whoever the Browns draft, they're not going to have a good career.
They're bust.
They not going to make it. So
no.
But the thing about Wentz though, not only did he have a bad offensive line for the Senior Bowl, he also had bad receivers. Like
Very bad.
Like Wentz would make some great throws, like some big boy throws. When y'all watch my videos, I always talk about big boy throws, tight windows, throwing with anticipation, deep and intermediate passes, right? Reading coverage and things like that. He would make those throws, but the receivers would drop. The game was just too big for the receivers. Braxton Miller didn't do himself no favors this game. Braxton Miller, and I ain't even really keeping tabs on the rest of the receivers. It was a Carson Wentz highlight tape. Him and Dixon. That's what it was. That's why I was watching for Dixon, the running back out of La Tech, and Carson Wentz. That's the only reason I was watching. Everybody else was just bodies in the way. You agree?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. But
I want to say this because we're not going to talk about him no more this show. I get the hype on Braxton Miller, but I don't get the hype on Braxton. People talking about he could be a late first.
We sure ain't gonna talk about him no more for the rest of the show. Thing about Braxton Miller is just me watching him a little bit. What I got from I compared him to Anquan Bolden, but a little faster. I had built like Anquan Bolden, plays like Tavon Austin.
And that makes a lot of sense.
I think that's terribly fair. He doesn't have the best route tree in the world. I mean, that's cool because he played quarterback 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But he does have enough. Like him playing quarterback helps with his receiver instincts. You know what I'm saying? But he is athletic. Ooh, shit, he's athletic. He can return kicks. He can run your reverses, your screens, all these type of routes. He got good hands. He didn't show him in the Senior Bowl, but he got good hands, fast. And when you look at him, you would think that he's playing like he's 5'9" and 120. He like 6'1". He like 6'1".
Yeah, he's 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah. Right. He's a big kid. He's built like Anquan Bolden, but he plays like Tavon Austin. But the hype behind him is that he's really raw, like super duper raw as a receiver, and that I guess you can teach him a few routes and how to play receiver a little better, and I guess you'll have your little prospect. But I ain't taking him in the first round.
I don't know. I wouldn't take him in the third round.
I'll take him in the third.
I wouldn't take him in the third.
Yeah, disagree. You got something else you want to talk about before we get into this next topic that I got a lot to say about?
No, go ahead.
I was in this Facebook group. And I made a post in there, and I said Joey Bosa is now, in my opinion, the 6th best defender in the draft, and I had him behind. Let me kind of go off the top of my head here. I had him behind Miles Jack, Jalen Smith, Jalen Ramsey, Noah Spence, and Andrew Billings, and people kind of gave me the funny look, right? Joey Bosa is at the top of a lot of people's draft board right now. He people saying he's the 1 or the number 2 guy. I don't see that dude when I'm watching film. You know what I'm saying? like when I'm watching Joey Bosa, right? Let's just talk about Joey Bosa and Noah Spence, right? Noah Spence comes off the damn football. Like he shoots off the football. Adolphus Washington beats Joey Bosa off the ball. That's his 3-take, 1-take, his D tackle. Adolphus Washington beats Joey Bosa off the line most of the time. That's bad. If you the defensive end. Joey Bosa can only play left defensive end. That's the only way y'all line him up at. When he's at the right, he kind of looks a little lost. But he's gonna play left defensive end when he gets in the league. Joey Bosa is not garbage. Don't get me wrong. He's not garbage. Strong kid, physically strong kid. He can run. He reads blocks really well. He can shed blocks really well. Very good in run coverage. But I don't like him as a pass rush. And if you're going to be my first overall pick, you need to be good at both. That's why I got Joey Bosa falling. I feel like Noah Spence is just flat out better. When I look at a guy like Andrew Billings on the defensive line, if you watch film on Andrew Billings, watch Voch Lombardi's film session on my YouTube Voch Lombardi, and go to the Andrew Billings D-line video. Andrew Billings moves people from point A to point B beyond their free will, and he moves them easily, consistently. Move, bitch, get out the way. That's Andrew Billings. Jalen Ramsey, let me tell you why Jalen Ramsey is so important. Because he's big, he's fast, he can cover. That's rare. Big and can cover and fast, that's very rare. That's why Jalen Ramsey got a lot of stock. He can play corner and he can play safety. You agree, Sid?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he got the leadership intangibles.
There you go. And it's who else I said? Miles Jack, Jalen Smith. I shouldn't even have to talk about this. Miles Jack is the best defensive player in this draft. I think he's the best player in this draft. I could be wrong. That could be me being a Cowboys fan, wanting him on my team. I think Miles Jack is the best player in this draft. And I think Jalen Smith is right behind Miles Jack. The only reason I have Jack over Smith is because I think Jack is more of a total package. You'll see Jalen Smith get blocked a lot. Goddamn, Miles Jack pushed a guard and put him on his ass. Like he can shed blocks. He can rush the passer. He lined up at corner and covered the slot versus BYU. He covered the slot and ran with him more than one time.
I'm not debating.
We're not arguing. We're not arguing. We're not arguing. I'm just getting passionate right now. I'm just getting passionate. And I want this kid on my team, man. Like when I was thinking about player comparisons for Miles Jack, I couldn't think of nobody. I got one. Say it. What player do you know? Okay, who you got? Who you said?
I said Navarro Bowman.
I think Luke Kuechly is a little closer because Luke learning how to cover better. You know what I'm saying? Luke's becoming better in his cover skills. And Miles Jack, I think Miles Jack gonna be able to. He gonna be the best cover linebacker when he gets to the league. That's a bold statement, but I stand by it. Miles Jack can run sideline.
That's bold.
The best cover linebacker in the draft, and I stand by that. He crazy athletic. He can run sideline to sideline. When he gets in the trenches, he can get off blocks. That's why I think he can also play middle linebacker when he gets to the league. He can shed blocks. He can line up at defensive end and pass rush. He can line up at outside linebacker and pass rush. He can line up at corner and cover the slot. Damn, I love me some Miles Jack. That kid is a Swiss Army knife. I think Miles Jack is the only player in this draft. Say it, hear me out. Miles Jack is the only player in this draft that can go to Cleveland and be successful. Him and Laramie Tunsil. And I stand by that.
I say Jalen Smith, but
that's cool too.
Agree or disagree on that.
That's cool too. It's just that when it comes down to the film, I just saw Jalen run away from blocks a little bit, and I see Miles Jack run into blocks and still be on his feet. That's the big major difference. I was texting Said the other day, y'all, and it's kind of it's a graphic, so you're gonna have to see it. I was texting him or whatever, but what I explained to him was that I think Miles Jack is the clear cut number one, And I think Jalen Smith is like 3 paces behind him. And I think the next best linebacker, Reggie Ragland, is like 12 paces behind both of them. Jalen Smith is outstanding, but Miles Jack just a little bit better. And I'll take Miles Jack with my 4th overall pick. We'll cross that road when we get there. Said, tell me what you feel about Joey Bosa. I almost ranted a little bit. Tell me how you feel about Joey Bosa.
You covered all the bases. I think after much consideration and, looking at the film, he takes plays off.
Yep.
He doesn't play up to the potential he thinks what he had in his sophomore and freshman year.
Oh yeah.
After a while, when he gets double teamed, he just gives up. He gives up on a play sometimes. Now, sometimes he plays through it and he's outstanding, which you can see the top 5 potential. But most of the time, he just doesn't care. Sometimes. Now, if you get him on the NFL team, I think once he gets the money and, starts, going through the NFL regimen, I think he's going to be a better pro than he is a college player. But that's just me.
I just feel like if you're considered the number 1 overall pick, I need you to do everything well. And I need you to do it all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Joey Bosa just doesn't do everything well all the time. That's just my opinion. But like I said, we ain't got that long from April. I mean from May. So
no. April. It's April.
Oh, it's April now?
Yeah, it's back in April.
Okay, cool. April ain't that far away, so we're gonna find out soon. Anyway, you ready to get into this mock draft, man?
Yes, sir.
All right. As I eat my dinner, I want you to go first. Number 1 overall pick, because they technically on the clock right now.
Oh yeah, they've been on the clock since week 16. But my number 1 overall pick now, if they don't trade the pick, I think at the end of the day, they're gonna end up trading this pick. But right now, I'm not doing no trades. Too hard to project. I got the Titans picking Laramie Thompson.
Okay, totally agree. First of all, if they were to trade, who can you see going down to number 1, and who would they get? Let's say it on 3. Let's say it on 3. You ready? Wait, you ready?
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Houston
Texans.
Yep. yeah. Because look, man, we've been saying this shit for 3 years. They are a quarterback away from being special. And out of the 4 quarterbacks, I'd say Jared Goff is the only one that's ready to play right now. And if you want to go ahead and lock that spot up, you want to jump in front of Cleveland. You don't want Cleveland to get no hands on nobody you want. I feel like if Houston really want to take the next step, they got to quit being soft, because every year they're gonna be 8-8. They're gonna be right in that 16 range picking, and it's not gonna get you the draft pick you need to get you over the hump. They need to trade down. Go ahead and do what you got to do, man. Mortgage that future. Get that number 1 overall pick. You got everything you need. You got everything else. Just go ahead and get Jared Goff at the number 1 pick. But my reasoning behind Laramie Thompson, and I can go ahead and speak for you with this. Not only is he most consider him the most complete, the best player in the draft, but Titans got a quarterback already. So
yeah.
So Laramie Thompson number 1. All right. So that's consensus. What about number 2, Cleveland Browns?
Number 2, Cleveland Browns. I think the writing's on the wall. I think they pretty much have said who they want. I think they're gonna pick Carson Wentz now.
Now, did they come out and say in as many words as they possibly can? Because you know how like smoke screens work, and you know how like hint word. Yeah, we really like Carson Wentz and what he brought to the table. That like we can read through that shit. But have they come out and said that they like Carson Wentz better than Jared Goff?
Well, they haven't, really came out and said it, but I think people like Carson Wentz for the simple fact. I think the biggest knock you can say about Jared Goff is his size. I mean, not his size, but he's like 6'4", 6'5", like 200 pounds. But
Bruh.
Carson Wentz is like 6'5", 250.
Bruh,
So,
I love Jared Goff so much. Bruh, draft that kid and give him a cheeseburger, dog. Like, you want him to gain some weight. That's what the NFL that's what the NFL for. Give him a cheeseburger, put him in the weight room, he will pick them pounds up. Jared Goff is ready to play today. And I hate to see anybody go to the Browns, dog. Oh my God, I hate to see anybody go.
Yeah, it's a wasteland out there.
If it was up to me, please, Browns take Joey Bosa. If it was up to me, please, because
It's a scenario where that can happen.
It definitely is. That'll be a match made in heaven for everybody. Because Cleveland Browns they typically make the worst pick. They typically do make the wrong decisions
Year to year.
like honestly said, if you the Cleveland Browns, what's stopping you from trading your first round pick every year? Because you seem to can't do right. You can't do right about it. Just trade your first round pick.
Nothing. Maybe we'll get it right this year. That's it. I mean, hope.
Maybe, but I had Jared Goff going number 2. I think after the pro days and combine and throw arounds and things like that, I do think Jared Goff will climb back in his spot. I think a lot of people were on Carson Wentz because he was the last thing that they saw. The Senior Bowl.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately?
Right. The Senior Bowl topic was just so hot that they just hear so much about Carson Wentz that's just who they talking about. I do think once they get Jared Goff back in their system, they're going to go, all right then, all right, Jared. You know what I'm saying? So that is what that is. But you got Wentz, I got Goff. Cool. Number 3, Chargers. Who you got?
All right, this is probably a little off the handle for the pick, but
me too. This is a really. Let me just say, this was a really weird spot to pick right here because they number 3 and it's too early to pick some positions, and you got Phillip Rivers and they kind of suited in some spots. So who you got?
I went, Eric Weddle's gonna leave, but I think they're gonna hold off on defensive back to the second round. I got them picking DeForest Buckner.
Okay, I picked Ronnie Stanley. I like the Buckner pick though. The Chargers run that 3-4 defense. Buckner is a 3-4 defensive end. You know something I hate, and I be telling people don't listen to a lot of these mock drafts. Mel Kiper had DeForest Buckner going to the Cowboys. Like, where would he play in our scheme? He wouldn't be good with us. But DeForest Buckner, he fits right in with San Diego. I agree. But I picked Ronnie Stanley simply because Phillip Rivers died this year. I do think Ronnie Stanley, think the number 3 pick is a tad bit rich for him. But if you need a left tackle, Ronnie Stanley's pretty damn good, and he's not that far off from Laramie Tunsil.
That's true.
I can make an argument for Ronnie Stanley at number 2, left tackle from Notre Dame.
Yeah. I can make a difference. You can probably make a better argument for Ronnie Stanley being the number 1 overall pick than Laramie, just for the simple fact, Laramie durability. I'm an Ole Miss fan, so I know the durability and the NCAA.
I agree. Number 4, Dallas Cowboys. Who you got? Do the right thing, Sid. I got Miles Jack.
I did. I do too. I got Miles Jack.
I just feel like it's such a match made in heaven, man. What's his name? Give me 30 seconds. He on my team. Rolando McClain is a free agent. Miles Jack is the best defender he's the best player altogether on the board right now. A lot of people kind of tossed up between Miles Jack, best quarterback available, or Rich Homie Quan Treadwell. Some people even saying Jalen Ramsey. I ain't too much on board with that. Jalen Ramsey's a good player, but shit, Miles Jack on the board. So I think the pick is easy right here. Miles Jack at number 4.
I agree. I like the pick. And then, Sean Lee like to go ouch a lot. So
yeah, Sean Lee does lay down and go ouch. So a little bit of insurance ain't ever hurt nobody. At number 5, I got DeForest Buckner going to Jacksonville. Go ahead.
That goes back to your Cowboys point. Where would he play? I mean, he gets Derek Marks back.
I feel like they could put him at 3 tech. It's a stretch, but I don't think but look, I don't think he's gonna fall past this a top 5, top 6, top 7 guy. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see him falling that far down. I'm looking at him, he's the best player on the board. They not gonna draft Laquan Treadwell. Shit, no.
No. I mean, I agree. I mean, DeForest Buckner is a good player. I mean,
they're not gonna draft Carson. They might draft if Jalen Ramsey's on the board. They might take him there. They might take Ramsey if he's there. If he's there. But I got other plans for Ramsey.
And then they getting Dante Fowler back.
I just feel like that's damn true. He's a linebacker. I just feel I feel like DeForest is a better player than Jalen Ramsey. Not a better prospect. You see what I'm saying? But as far as what he does compared to what Jalen does, I got DeForest right now at number 5. But it's debatable. A lot of shit can happen between now and April. But this is just a mock draft. We'll see. But I do think that he has a home at 3 Tech somewhere, and I just wouldn't take him in that.
I completely. I'm not debating. I'm just.
Yeah.
To me, he's just too perfect for the 3-4 scheme. So.
He's so goddamn perfect for the 3-4 scheme. Oh God, he's perfect. Size, speed, hands. He's just perfect. Who you got for the Baltimore Ravens? No, I'm tripping. I'm tripping for the Jags. Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I got Joey Bosa going to Jacksonville.
That's fair. That's fair too. I actually considered him going there, but I like DeForest Buckner a little more than I like him a little more than what's his face? Who we talking about? Joey Bosa. Yeah, I like DeForest a little more than Joey Bosa. A little more. I like DeForest as a 3 Tech better than Joey Bosa as a left defensive end.
Okay.
I'm just going based on the tape. Like I said, a lot of shit gonna change. Joey Bosa gonna have a good combine. He's gonna have a good pro day. But a lot of teams gonna be watching a lot of film between now and then, and I do think Joey Bosa is gonna fall a little bit. Let's move on to the Baltimore Ravens. I got him taking Rich Homie Quan right here.
I got who's Rich Homie Quan?
Laquan Treadwell.
Oh, okay, not bad.
Damn, keep up.
Actually, I got my bad. I was off. I got them taking Jalen Ramsey. I think that's perfect for them. I think this is their dream scenario.
Yeah.
They need a safety / corner.
Bad.
And then he has Baltimore intangibles as far as being a leader. Mm-hmm. So I think they go Jalen Ramsey here.
I think both of these picks are very valid because not only was their past offense like horrible last year, but Steve ain't gonna be around forever, and we really ain't seen shit from Brashad Perriman. I don't think he's gonna be that good neither. So
True.
Throw in Rich Homie Quan to see what happens here. The San Francisco 49ers. This is interesting because Colin Kaepernick just say Colin Kaepernick said nope.
To what?
To Chip Kelly. He said he wanted to leave and play for the Jets.
Really?
Yep, Colin Kaepernick said that. Colin Kaepernick don't want no parts of the 49ers.
Well, damn, I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah.
And that is one where I got to take him Jared Goff, but that to me that was an insurance policy just in case things didn't work out with Colin Kaepernick with Chip Kelly. Yeah. But I got him taking Goff.
Yeah, I got him taking Carson Wentz, man. Carson being, Carson's mobility and athleticism and fast. Chip Kelly gonna like that a lot, and he can make all the throws and shit. So yeah, Carson Wentz to the 49ers. So it seems like the and said we was talking about this. It's not a lot of teams that need quarterbacks this year.
It's not.
It's like
not
6.
At all.
It's like 6 teams, and 4 of those teams have like starters already, but they waiting for the next era to come in. Like people really don't need quarterbacks. It's only Houston and now like Philly,
Jets.
Like it's not a lot of teams that actually need quarterbacks. So one of these guys gonna fall. Connor Cook may be a second round quarterback. Never know.
Sure.
Where we at? Miami Dolphins. I got Jalen Ramsey in Miami.
You got who?
Jalen Ramsey.
Okay. I got him taking Jalen Smith.
Okay, Jalen. Okay. You know what? Something funny. Jalen Smith is my next pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Really?
Yep.
Taking a linebacker.
Money, 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 money. Money.
I just can't see it. I think they pretty decent at linebacker, actually.
I feel like Jalen Smith is one of those guys where you can find somewhere for him to play. What's the man? They got a kid. I wish I knew his name. Like Tampa Bay they got very underrated linebackers. They got guys that can play, but you don't really know their name. You know what I'm saying?
They got Levante David and he was from LSU.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm bad with these names, but I feel like it's somewhere for them to play. What's they defense scheme they're gonna run this year? Since Lovey gonna
run 4-3.
Okay,
yeah, they still gonna run 4-3.
They still gonna run 4-3. I think Jalen Smith got a spot at the weak side linebacker, man. Let him run.
I mean, that's what he would have to play. Yeah, I mean, that's the spot. But I mean, I understand. I just didn't see the books on it. I got him taking Noah Spence.
I love that, man. I love that pick. I ain't got Noah Spence in my top 16. Let me just say this. We've talked about Noah Spence a few times. We ain't really got into it. He's a edge guy. I guess you can label him as an edge guy because he can stand up and he can rush off from with his hand on the ground. He played for Ohio State, but he had a drug problem, ecstasy, white girls, and party, and coke, and he got kicked out the Big Ten. Like he ain't just got kicked. He ain't get kicked out of just Ohio State. He can't even play in the Big Ten. So now not anymore. But he went to Eastern Kentucky and whooped everybody. And he played in the Senior Bowl where he went through the whole Senior Bowl process and he whooped ass for 3 or 4 days and he got his stock back up. Now he is a top 5 talent. I like him better than Joey Bosa. He is. I ain't gonna say top 5 talent. He a top 10 talent. I'll say that because he might be at like number 6. He's a top 10 talent, but the off the field may be a little reason for him to fall a little bit. I can see him with the Bucks though. I can see him.
Because they rushed terrible, man. They don't have nobody outside of Michael Johnson and Gerald McCoy.
I made this joke.
No, they don't have Michael Johnson. They don't have Michael Johnson. I'm lying.
I made this joke. If it's 2 teams that's absolutely tired of drafting D linemen, it's the goddamn Rams and it's the Buccaneers, bro. It feel like they draft D linemen every year.
True.
Just don't pan out. But yeah, Jalen Smith and Noah Spence. I can see both of these picks. So, New York Giants. What you got?
Who is this? This New York?
Yeah, New York Giants.
I got him taking Robert Kimdichie.
Okay. I got Joey Bosa finally coming off the board right here at number 10.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Because they need help. They need to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, because JPP,
yep,
he might be leaving this year.
Yep. So you might as well go ahead and get in the rebuild mode right now. So if Joey Bosa is there at 10, I got him going to the Giants. Damn, bro, you all right?
Yeah, man. I'm getting food about that.
Okay, cool. Giants. What about the Chicago Bears? Who you got?
Ronnie Stanley.
I got Vernon Hargreaves. I think, you know what? I like your pick better than my pick.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because I feel like
about an opinion, but yeah.
I feel like if they're gonna stick with Jay Cutler, which I think that they will, protect him, keep the dude upright, keep him off his ass. But I also feel like that Bears defense is booty, and shit, Vern right there. So why not, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they need help. I feel like they need more help on offensive line than they need on defensive back right now.
That's true. I agree. It's just that both the offensive linemen were gone at this point, and you just don't take Jack Conklin or Decker right here. Give me 30 seconds. Let me see this. All right, bro. So with the New Orleans Saints on the clock, I'm not really a Saints fan. I don't like the Saints, but you know I gotta be rational here. Who you have the Saints taking?
Well, given how shitty their secondary is, I got them taking Vernon Hargreaves.
Okay. Now I had him taking Emmanuel Ogba. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this kid's name, but defensive end Ogba, defensive end from Oklahoma State. I felt like let me just say this, bro. The Saints are in a position where they got to take best defender available.
Yep.
like fantasy football. Whoever was playing against the Saints, you want them in your DraftKings lineup or your FanDuel lineup. You know they just couldn't get to the quarterback, and they got a guy Delvin Bro. He's okay. He's all right, but you know I do agree because what's the Brandon Browner? He is horrible. Brandon Browner needs to give his money back from last season. It's horrible. So a corner.
Wait a goddamn minute about you. That man earned his money.
He I guess a corner would be good here. But I got him taking pass rush. Either or, best defender available, man, and just try to
absolutely
and just try to get your life back together. The Philadelphia Eagles, we might be on the same page here. Who you have Philly taking?
Well, new coach, new quarterback. Got him taking Paxton Lynch.
Paxton Lynch, that's exactly who I have. I think it's pretty clear to say that old boy that's there right now ain't getting the job done.
No, Sam Bradford.
Say, like, it's funny, right? Like, what's today? It's February. Can you believe, like, 16 months ago, he was actually asking for more money?
Crazy how 12 months change things, right?
Boy, Sam Bradford.
I think he wanted something like $28 million a year, something like that.
They were gonna pay him 17, but he wanted,
and they was really getting the steal.
But he wanted 23. Now he'll be lucky if he get 12. He'll be lucky if he get 10.
He'll be lucky if he get 4.
Right? I think Sam Bradford has solidified himself as a bench player now. So yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think Paxton Lynch is going to be an Eagle, but I don't like that. I don't like their relationship because Paxton Lynch ain't ready to play right now.
I understand that. Yeah.
He's definitely not.
But the good thing about that, he's him being a senior. What's Paxton Lynch, a senior or a junior?
Is who a senior?
Paxton Lynch.
Paxton is a junior.
Okay, he's a junior.
Yeah.
Well, I still like his maturation. For him to beat Ole Miss, you know what I'm saying? Like, single-handedly, basically. I like the kid. I think he got a good future in the NFL. Now, I agree with you. I don't think he should start this year, but he's going to be in a position where he ain't got no choice. So.
Yeah. Sorry, Pax, but if you end up with the Eagles, division opponent, kiss ass, bro. Oakland Raiders. I got Andrew Billings. I really like Andrew Billings. He just moves.
I love him.
He moves people. He's big. He now a lot of people was comparing him to Danny Shelton from a size standpoint. Danny Shelton was impressive because he can dance in a phone booth. Like in a phone booth. Like he was very agile. He was fast for a 350-pound man. But Andrew Billings is a football player. He moves people. He does his job very well. In a utopian situation, in a perfect situation, Andrew Billings will probably be a 0, but he can play one tech. But I compared him to Dontari Poe.
Dontari Poe.
Yep.
Yeah, to me, that's his floor. I think he's going to come in and be a pretty dominant nose tackle right off the bat.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, his ceiling is Ndamukong Suh. That's how good he can be.
That's
That's
fair.
how good he was in film.
That's fair. He can be that good. He moves people out the way, bro. I just can't say that enough. He moves people. But yeah, I got him going to the Raiders. Who you got?
This is where I got Emmanuel Ogba going because Justin Tuck just retired,
Yeah.
and even though Mario Edwards had a pretty good year last year as a rookie for the Raiders, I still think you're gonna need that another rotation guy to come in and play off when Khalil Mack is a linebacker.
Yeah.
You still need somebody who's gonna be on the down line, create holes for him. So I got Emmanuel Ogba, and the good thing about Ogba is, yes, he's 6'4", about 280, and he quick for his size, but he can move inside as well and play defensive tackle when he needs to when they want to go all rush.
I agree. Oakland, one of those teams where they got to take best defender available too, because they got their young quarterback, they got their wide receiver. I don't know how they feel if they set their running back or not, but there are running backs in this draft that they can get later. So I do like them going defense in the first round. What about the St. Louis? Oh, pardon me. I said St. Louis. What about the L.A. Rams? How about them?
Yeah, got to get used to that. Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, got to get used to that shit.
Well, Marcus Brocker's contract's finna get ready to expire.
Yep.
And Nick Fairley's finna get ready to expire. You can't just have Aaron Donald there.
Yep.
Get your 3 check.
Yep.
So this is where I got Andrew Billings going.
I had Sheldon Rankins right here.
And I like that pick too. But I feel like I feel like he's more 3 check than, nose tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair too. That's fair. Even though he can play inside, I like that assessment too. It's a lot of one techs in this draft. It's a lot. It's plenty one techs in the draft. You can get defensive tackles all day long. So Sheldon Rankins, Andrew Billings, I like that pick for the Rams. Even though the Ram fans should be tired of taking D linemen at this point. Y'all should be happy with either of those guys, with Billings or Rankins. Now, at what point are the Rams going to draft a receiver? Like, when they going to do right? When they going to draft a quarterback? When they going to do that?
They can be in the running for their number 1 overall pick and going to get Jared Goff or
Nick Foles. Let me just pat Jeff Fisher on the back real fast. Nick Foles the only quarterback I know that got paid, and your coach still said sit down. He got benched for what's the goddamn kid he got benched for?
I know who you're talking about.
God damn.
He played for Houston.
He's an infamous backup. Case Keenum.
Case Keenum.
He got benched for Case Keenum. So look out, man. The Rams may be in a running, and we know Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher has the stones to move around in the draft. So we'll see. And the last pick we're gonna do for the day are the Detroit Lions. I have a pick for the Detroit Lions that'll make them. You know what? I can't even call them scared no more because Megatron gone. So, so damn.
Exactly.
Goddamn, Carl Lewis. Who you got for the Lions?
Well, the Megatron news made this pick extremely easy.
Yeah.
And I hated that. I had to do this, but
Michael Thomas.
I got him taking Laquan Treadwell.
Treadwell ain't off your board yet. That is interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just damn.
And the only reason why, because I just don't see another team with a need at wide receiver right now. I would have did the Dolphins, but they already drafted one in the first round. Bucks good. Giants getting Victor Cruz back. I just didn't see nobody with a wide receiver need right now.
I was looking at that too. If it's not Dallas or Baltimore, he
gonna slide.
He gonna fall.
And it's not because of his talent. It's just the way the board is right now.
Jinx, because I was about to say it, but I stopped because you were saying it. He's a great player. He is Dez Bryant wearing an Ole Miss jersey. But it's all about need and fit, man. They don't need or fit. But I got Zeke. I got Ezekiel Elliott going to the Lions.
That's interesting. It is interesting.
Very interesting. Because I feel like a few places for Zeke to go. Is he
Houston?
He could end up in Houston if they don't do nothing crazy. He could end up in New York Giants. But he could be a Detroit Lion. Let me say this though. Let me say this. Out of the top players in this draft, right? You would say they all have question marks somewhere. I think Ezekiel Elliott is the only player that ain't got question marks.
Yeah.
So what's stopping somebody from taking Zeke in the top 10?
You know, he's not Todd Gurley in terms of talent.
I agree.
In my opinion.
I agree. But in a draft full of questions. Larry Tunsil got questions, Jared Goff got questions, Miles Jack, DeForest Buckner, Rich Homie Quan, Carson Wentz, Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Smith, Joey Bosa, they all got questions. Zeke is just he's a complete football player. He ain't got no cons. But why does he fall to 6?
True. I mean, I just think the need, well, not term of need, because there's teams that need a running back in the top 16.
Now, I agree.
I
agree. But it's just so strange how devalued the running back position has become, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I think it started with Trent Richardson. I think he kind of made it bad for running backs to get in the top 5. Now, I don't blame him. I blame the scouts, because if you look at the Trent Richardson tape, it shows his vision is terrible, but we didn't care about that. All we saw was the running back from Alabama who was just running everywhere. But hey, we digress. But
you know who?
Zeke Elliott is definitely a good running back.
You know whose life Trent Richardson is ruining right now?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. It's hard for Derrick Henry to eat, because we looking at Derrick Henry like, man, bro, Trent looks just like you, and he runs just like you.
You're bigger,
yep.
but Derrick is way bigger, so that means he's going to be harder for him to get through the holes, like talking about. I think he's too big, man.
Yeah.
How many 6'3" running backs do you just know? No. And Brandon Jacobs don't count.
Mm-mm. It's just rare. It's just not a common thing. But somebody gonna take him. Now, in a perfect world, in a very perfect world, if the Cleveland Browns took Derrick Henry at number 2, oh my God, I'd be so happy for everybody else on this draft board, dog. Because you don't want to see Laquan Treadwell go to Cleveland. You don't want to see Jared Goff go to Cleveland. You don't want to see Miles Jack will be all right, but you don't want to see you don't want to see Zeke going to Cleveland. It's a waste. It's just a waste. Talent. You don't want that, man. So I don't know, bro. But I have a theory on how the running back position became devalued. Once upon a time, the running back on your team, he was the most athletic player on the field. Most likely, he was most likely the best player on the field, the fastest, sometimes most athletic player. What happened is people like Mario Williams started happening. He's big as a house, and he's fast. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened to the running back position, and that's why we only draft. That's why we only draft special running backs early now, because you're an athlete, but I can find a defensive lineman and a linebacker that's just as athletic as you. Well, he hung up, but I'm gonna keep talking. The evolution of defense is the reason why the running back position is deep.
What happened, man?
Man, your phone hung up, bro.
No, I was still on the phone.
My phone is sitting on the table. I ain't touched nothing.
I was holding the phone, not touching it.
You was holding the phone. I wasn't touching mine. Anyway, Nick. What I was saying was that defensive players have become so good that's why the running back position has become devalued. You see what I'm saying?
Sure, I understand that. Yeah.
All right, so that's just my theory. Any final thoughts? Final remarks?
We didn't get a chance to get to it, but I want to take my Vikings pick because I'm a resident Vikings fan. I got to take him for Alexander, guard from LSU.
In the first round?
That's just what I want to do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, in the first round.
But
because if it's not him, it would have been Michael Thomas, and I'm not totally comfortable taking Michael Thomas yet.
But
I still got to watch him on film on him.
But you can get him in the second round.
But Alexander, I highly doubt it.
You can get Vidal in the second round.
Because I think the Panthers will take him.
But you can get him in the second round. No, Panthers better. What the? If you're the, let me say this. Going into the season, the Panthers had so many needs, according to me. Like, they had so many needs, according to my dumb little football mind. I'm like, there's no way the Panthers are going to be able to throw the ball without Kelvin Benjamin. They're not going to be able to do anything with that offensive line, and they kind of only lost one game, and they going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is true.
Damn, Carl Lewis.
We
Sheesh.
suck.
I am a horrible analyst, but if I'm horrible, everybody horrible too. God damn it, because ain't nobody think that was going to happen. But if you're the Carolina Panthers, man, who do you draft?
I think you just either you draft. If you don't draft, this is what you do. If you don't draft an offensive lineman, you got Devin Funchess up and coming, have a pretty decent rookie season for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Getting Kelvin Benjamin back, 265 receivers. I think you get a good burner. So if you don't get, you know what I'm saying, offensive lineman, I think you go Corey Coleman.
But goddamn it, Ted Ginn, that's what he there for.
Ted Ginn and dropped like 8 game winners. So that's just my opinion.
I think if you're the Carolina Panthers, at that point, you just wait till everybody get healthy. You just overkill on defense. You just make your great defense better. I don't know how you do it.
I mean, but Coney Ely, Jared Allenson, Gary to retire, so
you
got Coney Ely. Yeah.
You just overkill and keep making that defense better, which is ridiculous.
A corner, maybe. Yeah, another corner.
Maybe. That's scary that we have so many positions that they can upgrade at.
Yeah. Sure.
Let's just go ahead and talk. Let's just go ahead and get this off the way. Let's put this on the record right now. Is Cam Newton elite? Is he finally elite now?
Absolutely.
I think he's elite because he's doing so much with so little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree. Final thoughts. You got your Vikings pick out of the way. Anything else you want to get out?
Watch out for Vernon Butler, man. That he's gonna be. I think he's gonna end up being in the 20s though when it's all said and done.
My guy to watch out for, I like Darren Lee. I really like him a lot. If I can't get Miles Jack, I'll take Darren Lee later. But
I agree. I like Darren Lee.
It's Voch Lombardi, man. This is the podcast version. If you want to see me break down film on these guys, go to Voch Lombardi on YouTube. VochLombardi. Leave a comment, subscribe. I said comment already, pardon me. Hit me up on Facebook and Twitter or Instagram or something. Voch Lombardi, VochLombardi. And tell me what you feel. Tell me if you feel like your team should draft whatever position. Tell me if you don't think Miles Jack is the best defender. I'll say that you're wrong, but I'll listen to your opinion. I'll hear what you got to say. And if you got some draft questions, hit said on Twitter. What's your Twitter said?
Man, my Twitter is Sadie Fresh. I think it's Sadie Fresh on everything. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all of that.
We will gladly debate you. So anyway.
With a smile on my not with a smile on my face. Some people on Facebook, I'm not gonna say it in the debate group. Just makes my ass itch.
Anyway, thank y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.